Welcome. I'm really, really grateful to all of you guys who are joining me today and everyone who is also joining me on the replay as well. I am so excited to have you here for this masterclass on breaking through cognitive stagnation and rewiring the brain for success. I know how valuable your time is, so I truly appreciate you showing up for yourself today. Now, what I do is very simple. I help leaders like you master your emotions, create a relationship, and the thing that's most important about this is create a relationship with your own brilliant mind and stand confidently in your power. Together, we're going to learn how you can unlock your own brilliance so you not only inspire those around you, but also achieve greatness in all areas of your life. And of course, you won't be doing it alone because I am here to offer you unwavering support every step of the way. This is really, really important that you know that this masterclass is about interaction. So if you want to sit and play on your phone and watch this masterclass passively, this isn't going to work. It's not going to get you what you want. So make sure that you are here, you are present, you are focused, you are participating, because the more you participate, the more you're going to learn and expand. Okay. We are going to be looking at how your mind works in this masterclass and how it can be hacked to serve you better, similar to how AI has disrupted and enhanced the tech world. Think of this process like the AI of your mind, helping you to bypass old inefficient patterns and upgrade your thinking to achieve faster, more powerful results. AI has streamlined how we are able to interact with technology. This process does the same in how we are able to understand and interact with our minds. Today, we are going to dive into cognitive stagnation. The same way outdated software slows down your tech, we'll explore why this keeps high achievers stuck. More importantly, how to create new neural pathways to unlock your full potential, just like you'd update your phone or your computer's operating system. So, just a little bit of housekeeping. First and foremost, as I said before, be present and let go of distractions, okay? And the more that you put into this, the more that you're going to get out of it. And also, I want to let you know that you're going to learn some stuff. You might want to take some notes, okay? So make sure that you've got a pen and a piece of paper. If you're not watching this on your phone, put your phone on silent and maybe flip it down so you're not tempted to scroll and dissociate, okay? And this is a fidget friendly zone. Like I said in the beginning, and I know some of you guys are joining a little bit later. If you've got a spin ring or something you want to toy with to help bring the mind more to the present to help you focus, absolutely grab yourself something to fidget with, okay? Take deep breaths throughout this session. It will help you to stay centered and absorb the content more effectively, okay? Now, to let you guys know, there are also going to be giveaways throughout this master class. To make it fun, the most engaged participants will have their names entered into a draw for a prize. So the more you contribute, the better your chances. I want you to get involved. So if I ask a question, drop your thoughts in the chat. This is a safe space for you to explore, reflect, and be honest with yourself. The more you engage, the more powerful this experience. And trust me, this is your time to break out of old patterns. So if you're committed, give me a yes in the chat. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Travis. Who else is on board? I know there's more of you in here. Me. Nice. Thank you, Scott. If you guys want a chance to win prizes, you've got to participate. Let me know you're here. Make your voice heard. Before we dive in, let's take a moment to set the stage. This masterclass is not for everyone, and that's intentional. I created this space for those who are genuinely ready to level up. I want to be upfront about who this is for and who it's not for. So let's start with who this is for. This is for go-getters, the professionals and entrepreneurs who know they're capable of more but feel like they're spinning their wheels in outdated patterns. This is for you if you've tasted success, but you're feeling something missing in your goals that don't fully align with who you are. This is also for you if you're tired of settling for stress, burnout, and unfulfillment as the price of achievement, and you're ready to redefine success on your own terms. And most importantly, this is for you if you're willing to do the inner work and make those changes happen. Now, let's get really clear on who this is not for. This is not for people who are looking for quick fixes, magic solutions without putting in the effort. If you are unwilling to take responsibility for your choices and prefer to stay stuck in a victim mindset, this isn't going to work for you. If you're stuck in the comfort of giving excuses, telling yourself you'll try someday when the timing is perfect, then this isn't for you either. Why? Because this masterclass is about growth. It's about stepping into the best version of yourself. And that requires boldness, commitment, and willingness to challenge the status quo. So if you're still here, which I see all of you are, then take a moment to let that sink in. Stand up literally or metaphorically and claim it. Say to yourself, I am here and I am ready to grow. I'm ready to step into my potential because you're not here to play small. You showed up because this called to you for a reason. So let's get started. Everybody that is committed, say yes in the chat. Let me know that you're ready to make 2025 your best year yet, because I know that's my plan. I got many plans for 2025. Thank you, Vic, Brad. Yes, we are getting ready for the best 2025 ever, aren't we, Brad? Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. If you could instantly master one skill today, what would it be? Think about it. Now, forget how long it would take to learn it and the courses and the degrees. If you could just snap your fingers and download a skill, what would it be? Give me your answers in the chat. I want to see what you guys want to learn. Personally, I would go get a degree in neuroscience, which takes a few years. How to instantly quiet my mind from everything around me. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's a really big skill to have. Like noise canceling, basically, sales and marketing. Yeah, I respect that, Mike. It's a whole world unto itself, isn't it? Built-in noise canceling. Yeah, I think that's like the best description, right? How to listen intuitively and make an impact on all I meet. That's so powerful. And yeah, that is a skill that takes time to learn and develop for sure. Something I've been doing over the last decade that I've been working with clients. What Brad said, personal motivation and inspiration. Nice. I like that. Yeah, that's great. Anybody else have anything that they want to learn? Wouldn't it be amazing though if we could just snap our fingers like and just have the noise canceling? Have the instant ability to be able to intuitively listen? That would just be incredible. But as we all know, acquiring new skills, reaching our goals, and creating the life that you want doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and most importantly, the right strategy. Grandmaster of all things AI. Oh, right? Absolutely. But that's why we're all here today is we're looking for an easier, more efficient way to achieve what we desire. And while there's no magic wand to make it happen instantly, what if I told you that you've been using a process your whole life without even knowing it? The process that I'm going to share with you is truly a life hack that we all can take advantage of. The way to update your mental operating system so that you can quickly accomplish what you want. Just like AI, tech makes more intuitive and efficient to interact with technology. This process I'm going to show you teaches you how to work with your mind and actually create goals significantly faster and easier than you thought possible. Today, I'm going to break down the process and give you the exact tools to hack the system so that you can start creating the life that you want without resistance. Now that we've warmed up, let's take a moment to ground ourselves. I want to ensure that you feel that you've received true value today, whether you decide to engage with me further or not. A huge part of that comes from me offering you as much value as possible. The other part is you showing up and being fully present for what I am going to teach you. So before diving in deeply, I'd like you to set a quick intention for this masterclass. Why are you here today? What would you like to get out of our time together? Take a moment to think about it and share it in the chat. What it was that made you want to show up and listen to me today. This will help you stay focused and get the most out of this masterclass. Today is about transformation. We're about breaking through mental blocks that are holding you back and unlocking the power of your mind. So, what is your intention for today? Better understand how the subconscious mind operates and how to reprogram it. That's powerful. It really truly is the foundation of everything, isn't it? Learning how to work with that part of our mind. I feel stuck and I'm not sure what else to do. Yeah. And that's exactly what this is about stagnation and how to break free of that. So thank you so much for saying that. That's really, really powerful. To find and create a roadmap for short-term and long-term goals. Yeah. Set goals, achieve them, progress. Absolutely. Increased understanding. Yeah. I completely understand that. Absolutely. Thank you, Travis. You guys are amazing. Trust my intuition. Ooh, Alan, I love that so much. That's such a big, huge one, isn't it? Learning how to trust your intuition, that small feeling, that small voice. Now, I just want to give you guys an opportunity to get to know who I am. And first say that I am incredibly thrilled to have you guys here today. The fact that you guys are taking time out to spend time with me means a lot. It tells me also that you're committed to making authentic, lasting change in your life. That kind of decision is admirable. It's rare. So take a moment to acknowledge yourself because you're showing up and taking the first step towards something extraordinary. So, for those of you guys who don't know me very well, and I know that there's some people who are fairly new and you might be watching what I produce on social media and stuff, but I want to give you an opportunity to get to know me a little bit better. So, my name is Harmony Woodington. I am so excited to be here. I am certified as a professional coach, neuroscience coach, certified as a hypnotherapist. I've been working in the wellness field for 20 years, helping professionals and high achievers break free of what I call cognitive stagnation. Over the years, I've become certified in various energy healing modalities, which has enhanced my work. I specialize in guiding people to rewire their brains for success using a unique process that blends neural pathway recalibration, hypnotherapy, neuroscience, and energy work. I have been fortunate to witness some amazing transformations, and it is my passion to help people unlock their full potential. My goal today is to offer you some valuable insights that you can apply immediately and show you what is possible for the future. Throughout my career, I have had the privilege of working with entrepreneurs, executives, and leaders across the various industries. People who are already incredibly successful but have hit invisible ceilings. They're working harder than ever, but breakthroughs they strive for just seem out of reach. Does this sound familiar? And if it does, please chime in. And I know I've been there myself for sure. If you've ever felt stuck in a loop where no matter how much you push, your old strategies for some reason just don't seem to work anymore, you're in the right place. Here's the thing, just stagnancy isn't about external factors. It's about how your brain is wired. And the good news is, just like you upgrade the software on your phone or your computer to boost its performance, you can upgrade the neural pathways in your brain. You don't have to keep running the same outdated programs over and over again. Today, we're going to talk about how you can break free from these mental blocks, overcome cognitive stagnation, and unlock the next level of potential. This is the ultimate life hack, an upgrade of your mind, similar to how AI optimizes technology to run more efficiently and effectively. I will show you how to tap into the power of your brain and start creating the breakthroughs that you have been working so hard to achieve. Tell me if this sounds exciting to you guys. What makes my approach so different is that I don't just help you create short term wins. Like Vic was stating, he wants to be able to create short term goals and long term goals, right? I help you build lasting transformations. This isn't about quick fixes, okay? Just like AI doesn't stop at quick fixes because it continually optimizes systems, For future performance, my work is designed to create new neural pathways that serve you and set you up for sustained success. We're talking about aligning your mind and energy to fuel long term goals without burning out or feeling stuck. Thank you, Mike. I've developed a signature process which has helped professionals and business owners achieve their goals faster and more sustainably by reprogramming their subconscious mind and renewing outdated mental patterns. Think of this as an upgrade for your brain, like installing the latest AI software to run more smoothly and efficiently. This process gives you the tools to master your mind instead of letting your mind master you. You will be equipped to continually optimize and elevate your thinking, just like AI helps to automate and refine your workflow. This will help you automate success in lifelong pursuits after today's masterclass. Now, let's take a second to visit one of my amazing, beautiful clients that I worked with. And when they give me testimonials, I like to call it client love because that's totally what it is, right? So she's an excellent example of somebody who had past experiences that were holding her back from her full potential. Her programs of self worth were not at the level she needed to achieve success. While working with me, she was actually able to land her dream job, which she really didn't feel worthy of before she started working with me, but I did help her to accomplish that. After learning and growing in the corporate space and within this job for a few years, she actually found herself quickly outgrowing that dream job. And she decided to actually jump and create her own social media firm. And she's entirely in charge of her life now. And she is understanding that she is her most valuable asset. And to add to it, she did all of this in her late 20s and early 30s. So I could not be more proud of her. Now, I want to share my personal story with you guys. I wasn't always in a space of understanding how the mind works at a deep level. I worked as a single mother several years ago in a tiny little wellness spa. I deeply desired to create more, to help people transform their lives, but I didn't believe in myself enough to take the leap. I didn't think that I had what it took to pursue my big dreams. My internal dialogue kept me stuck, convincing me that if I made a move, I was actually going to risk the future of my son. And he was 12 at the time, and I was terrified of taking a risk essentially to make it so that he wasn't going to be able to eat or I wasn't going to be able to keep a roof over his head. Then life threw me a curveball. I was involved in a serious four-car accident that left me with a severe concussion, amongst other injuries. That accident changed everything. It forced me out of the life that I knew. While the recovery was difficult, it sparked a deep appreciation for my cognitive function and the importance that my mind plays holistically. As I walked through my healing journey physically, mentally, and emotionally, I developed an unshakable sense of self worth. I learned how to support my brain, not just for recovery, but for long term resilience. The process taught me how the power of our own minds are vital. And it's so incredibly important to learn how to create a relationship with it. And I don't want you to wait for a life altering event like I did to step up and claim your potential. There are better, more empowering ways to break free of cognitive stagnation, and I'm here to guide you through that process. Now, why should you trust me to guide you through this process? Over the years, I've built a proven track record of helping professionals like you make massive shifts, whether they're growing a business, pivoting careers, or leading teams through change. They come to work with me when they're tired of superficial advice and ready for real, accurate results. I've combined my neuroscience, hypnotherapy, and cognitive coaching backgrounds to create a holistic, science backed, powerful, and practical approach. It's not about adding more to your plate. It's actually about working smarter by understanding how your brain works and how to leverage it. Now that you've heard my story and you've seen the real life impact this process can have, it's time to dive in. Today, I'm going to share this process with you, focusing on breaking through cognitive stagnation and creating new neural pathways that propel you forward. Think of it like installing an upgrade on your mind's operating system. Just like AI optimizes technology, this process will show you how to optimize your thinking, making your brain work for you instead of against you. This session is designed to help you deeply understand how your mind can be your greatest asset instead of an obstacle. And more importantly, how to shift it in your favor. But remember, what you get out of this masterclass depends on what you put into it. So I encourage you to take notes, stay engaged, and ask questions. We are going to have a Q&A at the end. The more you participate, the more value you're going to walk away with. Just like AI, gets better the more you participate with it, right? We have had a few people who have been participating more than others. So let's draw a winner, shall we? Who's enjoying what they're learning so far? Give me a yes in the chat. Scotty, Andrew, Mike, thank you so much, guys. Alan, thank you so much. Travis, thank you. I know you disappeared and came back. Thank you so much. All right. So our first participating winner is I need to like drums. Travis, thank you so much for your participation. You have won a $10 gift card. You can go to Amazon and buy somebody a big, huge Christmas present because we know that gets us really far today. Or get yourself a coffee. After this masterclass, you will get an email with your gift. So do me a favor, sweetheart, and put your email in the chat so I can copy and paste it. And then I will have my assistant send you an email with your gift. And don't forget, you guys, we're going to be doing more of these. So make sure that you are participating so that you can get your name in for the next draw. The more you chat, the greater your chances. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're putting all the effort in doing everything right, and yet somehow you're stuck in the same place? I've been there. Say yes if you relate in the chat. Do you ever feel like you're spinning your wheels? Have you been hit by a ceiling in your career or your business, and it's just not growing the way that you want? You're doing more, but for some reason you're not moving forward. If it sounds familiar, and I know you guys obviously relate from the chat, Groundhog Day, right? Many achievers face this issue, not because they aren't trying hard enough or because they're smart enough. It's because they're experiencing cognitive stagnation. And I'm going to let you guys know that there's no amount of willpower or hustle that can break you free of this cycle, which I'm sure you guys already are aware of at this point, right? You desperately want to break free, but for some reason you're stuck. Here's the good news. There is a way out of it, and it doesn't require working harder or sacrificing more of your time and energy. It starts with understanding how your brain is wired, and more importantly, how to rewire it for lasting success. This isn't just about incremental progress. We're talking about real tangible breakthroughs that will set you up for success, not just in your career or business, but in all areas of your life. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start moving forward, then let's do it. I love how happy that guy looks in the video. So let's talk about cognitive stagnation and why it matters. Cognitive stagnation at its core is really a pattern that happens repeatedly. We do the same thing over and over again. This repetition creates and strengthens neural pathways in our brain. Over time, these pathways become so ingrained that they actually limit our creativity, adaptability, and professional growth. Can you guys relate to that? Imagine your brain is a well-trodden path in a forest. If you always walk the same path, it becomes worn and deep, making it easier to stick to that route rather than explore new ones. This is similar to how cognitive stagnation works. The more you follow the same routes, the harder it becomes to break free and discover new possibilities. Many high achievers are caught in the trap of cognitive stagnation because they've built solid neural pathways from habits and strategies that once served them well. These pathways have reinforced over time, leading to routines and approaches that may no longer be effective because, as we know, we are in a rapidly changing world. I mean, the algorithms online and everything in social media, they're changing so fast it's impossible to even keep track. So, how are these old, outdated processes and systems going to help us in today's rapidly changing world? For instance, You develop a highly effective method for managing projects or leading teams earlier in your career. But as you've grown over the year and your goals have changed and you've evolved and your awareness has expanded, sticking with these old strategies might be holding you back. You might be doing more of what worked in the past, but it's actually not pushing you forward anymore. This is where cognitive stagnation becomes a barrier to your success. Your brain's established pathways actually prevent you from innovating, adapting, and reaching new heights. If you don't address this, you'll keep hitting the same limits no matter how smart or hard you work. Does this make sense? Are you resonating with this, guys? Let's dive into the science behind it just to make this a little more tangible for you guys, okay? Let's talk about why this happens from a scientific perspective. Your brain has a remarkable ability, which is nice. It has a remarkable ability to change. This is called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. The brain can adapt and rewire itself in response to new experiences, learning, and behavior. When you stick to the same thought patterns and habits, you reinforce the neural pathways that have become automatic. However, you truly evolve and achieve to new levels of innovation and success when you learn how to create new neural pathways to support fresh thinking and innovation, how you open the mind. Imagine your brain is like a muscle. Just as exercising different muscles can help you to build and strengthen those muscles and create greater agility, creating new neural pathways allows your brain to grow in new directions. This means you can break free of outdated patterns and develop new ways of thinking and acting that align with your current goals and aspirations. This is not just a theoretical concept, it's a practical, actionable process that can lead to tangible, measurable change in your life and career. Let's have a conversation about the role of the subconscious mind. And in the meantime, tell me if you guys have ever heard of neuroplasticity. Like a fresh upgrade of your mental operating system. Love it. Have you guys heard of neuroplasticity? I need to take a sip of my drink. Makes so much sense. Nice. You have. Sounds familiar. That's awesome. Well, let's explore the role of the subconscious mind. Okay. We're going to look at why cognitive stagnation can feel entrenched and complex to break free of. One crucial factor is the role of the subconscious mind. I'm glad you guys have all heard of neuroplasticity. Now the question is how do we utilize this? Your subconscious mind has what I call a safety officer or doorman. That is the critical mind. This develops at around the age of 8 years old. Okay. And what's happening is it's constantly looking to keep you from stepping into the unknown or potentially risky situations. Even if that risk means leaving behind a toxic job, an unfulfilling relationship, or a volatile living situation. Now, here's the crucial point: the subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between the positive or negative experiences. Isn't that a little tragic? It doesn't care if you're unhappy. It's focused on keeping you safe and wants to keep you in the known. So if you're unhappy in your current situation, but it's familiar, your subconscious mind will work hard to keep you there. It fears the unknown, which it perceives as dangerous or threatening, even if what you're currently experiencing is painful or harmful. Can it keep us safe and happy? Yes. Yes, it can. And this is exactly how we're gonna actually this is what we're gonna map out, is working with the subconscious mind to help diffuse that internal dialogue when you're gonna go into uncharted territory. Okay. It keeps you safe at all costs, Mike. Exactly. It really does. The subconscious mind can't map out a pathway into the unknown. So it's going to give you 101 reasons why you need to stay in the reality that is predictable. This is what keeps us stuck playing in those same old patterns over and over again, even if we're unhappy and consciously are desperate for a different result. Who knew this was a thing? Let me know in the comments. It was probably happening for you, like this was probably already happening to you, but were you aware of the fact that your subconscious mind was actually doing this to try to keep you safe? Cool. So this is something new. Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad something inside is looking out for me. That's awesome. Not at all. I'm really glad to hear that this is a breakthrough for you guys. This is a pattern that's happening for so many people on this planet. And it's literally happening for everyone with a brain. If you have a brain, that's what it's doing. The thing is nobody explained to you when you were in school how your mind works. So how are you supposed to know this is what's going on and learn how to work with it, right? Imagine you are in a small, cramped room that is gradually becoming more uncomfortable and painful. The room is familiar and you know how to navigate it, but it's also getting colder and darker and less hospitable. You can see the door leading to a brighter, more comfortable space, but it's unfamiliar. Your conscious mind says, I need to leave the room. The new space looks so much better. However, your subconscious mind, like the security guard trained to keep you safe, it'll tell you to stay in the room, even if the room is becoming increasingly uncomfortable. The guard believes that keeping you in the room is keeping you safer because it's known and predictable. It doesn't understand the benefits of stepping into that new space, only the risks associated with leaving the familiar room. So when you try to push that door open, your subconscious mind is going to pull you back and insist that you stay. This is why you struggle to take action when you want change, whether it's a toxic job, ending an unhealthy relationship, or moving to a new place. It's not that you don't like change. It's that your subconscious mind is actively working against you to keep you in the known, to keep you safe, even though it's not serving your best interests. Mike, how can I break free of it? Good question. It's exactly why we're here today. Your subconscious mind is only 5% of your total mental capacity, while your subconscious mind makes up 95%. Imagine trying to win a game where you're only playing with 5% of your resources while your opposition is playing with 95%. Do you have a chance of winning? Like at all? It's a losing game every time. Our conscious mind wants to break free, wants success, wants all of the amazing things, wants the goals and dreams, but the subconscious mind is trying to stop you and keep you stuck and safe in the known. But you have to charter into the unknown in order to be able to create what you desire. Pee Wee hockey versus NHL. Oh my gosh, that is such a great analogy. Thank you. I love that. God, I should use that. That is fantastic. Now let's get into the good news. Understanding this dynamic puts you on the right path. Today, we're going to explore how to reshape the conscious patterns, making it easier for you to step out of that cramped room and into the brighter, more fulfilling space that awaits you. How does that sound to you guys? Now that we've examined how our conscious and subconscious mind works, let's discuss a powerful concept that can help you break free from stagnation. First, let's revisit the basics. Our minds are divided into two main parts, okay? The conscious mind, which is where we deliberate and make daily decisions. It only accounts for about 5% of our mental activity. The subconscious mind, which is the more powerful part of our mind, and it handles about 95% of our thoughts and behaviors, and it operates automatically, managing our bodily functions, habits, beliefs, and deep-seated patterns that are keeping us stuck. Many of us find ourselves stuck in unproductive routines and outdated thought patterns. Our subconscious mind, as we now have learned, are driving these, resisting change because it views anything unfamiliar as potential risks, even if our current situation, as we just learned, is less than ideal, is making us unhappy. So here is the secret recipe. The massive pattern interrupt. This is how we tackle the challenge. What is it? It is a strategic, intentional disruption of your routines and thought patterns. Think of it as shaking up your brain status quo to create space for new, more effective patterns. It works by deliberately introducing significant changes into your life. You can bypass your subconscious mind's automatic resistance by disrupting. This actually breaks old neural pathways and paves the way for new innovative thinking. Here's why this approach is so powerful. Just like an unintended life change, such as losing your job, a loved one, or a relationship, being forced to move to a new home, or an extreme illness, can disrupt your old habits and force you to adapt and create new ways of thinking and being. Mindfully creating an intentional massive pattern interrupt can challenge the status quo and forces your brain to adapt in new ways within your control. This isn't just about a temporary shakeup, it's about creating lasting neural pathways to support growth and lasting success. Have you guys ever heard of a massive pattern interrupt before? I sure as hell hope it's all no because I created this. This is my baby. It doesn't exist on the planet. Now, well, today's masterclass might have given you a little glimpse on how to create change and how to transform your mindset. It's essential to understand that real lasting change requires more than just a taste. The true power of this process lies in the personalized guidance that I provide. It's the support that helps you to create these shifts and sustain over time. Society hasn't taught us in school. We learn math, we learn English, we learn all of the, like Canadian history or American history or whatever it is that you are. We often are set up as a result of our educational system to fail because we have not been given the tools to break through cognitive stagnation. We don't even know that it exists, except for those of you guys that are here right now. So you may have the desire and the determination to change, but without a deeper understanding of your brain's wiring, it's like trying to complete a puzzle without all of the puzzle pieces. I mean, if you don't even know you're supposed to be building a puzzle in the first place, how do you even? Like, you got to understand what's going on and what you're supposed to be doing in the first place, right? This is why you need proper support, someone to guide you through the process, help you connect with those missing puzzle pieces, and show you how your mind works and work with you so that you can learn how to let go of that adversarial relationship with your mind. Plus, having a cheerleader to show you how to work with your mind just makes all of the difference because now you have somebody that is supporting you one on one and holding you accountable, pushing you through your blocks. It ensures that you stay on track and apply the changes to create lasting change. Now, let's dive into how you can apply this into your life. Now that we've explored cognitive stagnation and its impact, let's discuss the solution. Learning how to mindfully create new neural pathways. This is where the real transformation begins. When you first create a massive pattern interrupt, what it's doing is it's actually opening up the mind to new possibilities. Now, most people, when they inadvertently experience a massive pattern interrupt, it's going to change things. Like, think about having a child. Obviously, it changes your path and what it is that you're doing in your life because now all of a sudden you've got this screaming child at all hours of the night. So you're not able to sleep like you used to. And they're being demanded to be fed and changed every 3 hours. Your whole life completely changes, but it is at the demand of this little creature you love and adore. You're not mindfully creating the change. You're not mindfully taking advantage of the massive pattern interrupt to open new neural pathways towards your success. What we're going to do here is deliberately create that massive pattern interrupt and then mindfully create new neural pathways, which is essential for breaking free from stagnation and fostering the qualities you need for long-term success. Creativity, innovation, and adaptability in your career, business, life. When you establish these new neural pathways, you rewire the brain to think and act differently. This can significantly shift how you approach problems, make decisions, and seize opportunities that are coming your way. Think of your brain like a highly sophisticated network of roads. Some roads are well traveled and heavily reinforced by frequent use, while others are barely visible because they haven't been used much. To move forward effectively, you need to pave new roads that you haven't even created yet. You're building new routes for fresh perspectives and innovative solutions by creating and strengthening these new neural pathways. These new pathways enable you to break free from those outdated patterns and embrace new ways of thinking and acting. They help you adapt to changing circumstances and develop creative solutions that drive your success forward instead of doing the hamster wheel thing. This is crucial in today's fast paced business environment where adaptability and innovation are key to staying ahead. I can't even begin to talk to you about how much I've pivoted my business over the last decade. It's craziness. When one thing changes, everything changes. Yeah. So, what would happen if we actually mindfully directed this? Does this make sense to you guys? Give me a yes in the chat. I want to hear from you. Who's with me? I love this whole tech. Yes. Nice. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Let me share a real life example to illustrate this. Okay. I once worked with a client struggling with stagnation in his business growth. Despite his hard work and dedication, he couldn't break through the barriers holding him back. We identified the current approach, and because he had been in business for 50 years, he was dealing with some seriously outdated thinking patterns that had worked in the past, but were no longer effective in the landscape of today's fast changing world. So, our sessions focused on creating new neural pathways by shifting his thinking patterns and encouraging him to explore new strategies. This involved challenging his long-standing assumptions and experimenting with novel approaches to the business challenges. Now, this was incredibly challenging because he is an incredibly successful multimillionaire. And for him to come to somebody and to challenge himself, let go of his ego was massive. Massive, massive. So incredibly proud of him for being able to do this. He was looking at his outdated patterns and he was challenging his ego. So, looking at and understanding that what he was doing in the past, that it worked in the past, but that's the past. It is time to create new neural pathways. This led to a breakthrough. My client ended up landing a major, major deal that boosted his business growth as a result of being willing to challenge his ways and create new neural pathways. The key takeaway here is that my client was able to unlock his potential and achieve results that he could not do on his own. He needed somebody coming outside of his reality to come in and challenge his thought processes and help him to be able to step back and observe himself from a different perspective. And I was able to come in and bring that different perspective to his reality. Creating new neural pathways isn't just about incremental improvements, it's about transformative change. By breaking free from cognitive stagnation and fostering new ways of thinking, you can unlock doors to opportunities that you didn't even know existed. This process empowers you to innovate, adapt, and thrive in your career or business, leading to sustained success and fulfillment. This is the key. It's not about just getting some tiny little puzzle piece that gets you one step forward. How many times have you invested in somebody that tells you that they're going to give you the sun and the moon and the stars, and they give you one puzzle piece that takes you one step forward? And you end up being completely disillusioned and feeling like you spent way too much money for too little. Remember, the ability to create new neural pathways is a powerful tool in overcoming stagnation and achieving your goals. It's about reprogramming your mind, your brain, to align it with your aspirations and your drive. And here's the cool thing: what you're going to learn is going to actually allow for you to be able to update your mental operating system to meet your current agenda over and over and over again. This is something that will feed and nourish you for the rest of your life. Now that we've explored the power of changing your thoughts, patterns, and routines, I want to share an exercise that can help you to start activating new neural pathways. This exercise is designed to be simple yet effective, giving you a tool to apply immediately what you want to help enhance and boost your brains for professional success. This is called an instant pattern disruption. The objective is to identify and disrupt outdated thought patterns or routines to create new neural pathways. So, you're going to begin by thinking about one reoccurring thought habit that is limiting your progress. This could be negative self talk, chronic procrastination, or an automatic reaction to stress. Consider questions like this: do you often tell yourself, I'm not good enough? Do you find yourself putting important tasks off till the last minute? Or do you tend to withdraw from conflict or major challenges? Take a moment to jot down these limiting patterns, and then I want you to hold it in your mind. And if you're brave, share it in the chat. I know one of the biggest ones for me was absolutely self-worth. Was, every time I came up with an idea, it was like, well, there's so many other people that are doing it already. Why should I put my hat in the ring? Especially, I remember before I published my first book, I was like, why should I publish this book when there's so many other people that are writing relationship books and stuff? Like, why is my relationship book something that people are going to want to read? Lack of self-worth is huge. I'm not good enough. Yeah. I think every single client that I've worked with over the last decade has had the program I'm not good enough. Every single one of them. It's phenomenally common. Now, I want you guys to take a second and dealing with the need to define my experience and abilities. Negative self-talk has been a problem in my life. Yeah. It's really, in all reality, our minds are programmed for negativity, and you have to work to actually program your mind to speak positively. So this is just, it's an epidemic. You know what I mean? It takes work to create that positive internal ecosystem. So for all of you guys, I would like you to allow yourselves to get comfortable, and I want you to close your eyes. You don't have to look at me or the screen anymore for a minute. Get yourselves comfortable, and I'm going to walk you through something, okay? I'm going to put on my hypnotherapist voice, okay? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself in a situation where you often find it difficult to make the choice that aligns with your goals and values. See yourself facing that challenge, whatever it might be. Perhaps it's a habit that you want to shift, a fear you want to overcome, or a behavior you want to adopt. Picture it vividly, see it, connect with it with all of your senses: hear, smell, taste, touch, sight. Now envision yourself making a different choice. What does this new choice look like for you? If you often feel stuck, see yourself moving forward with clarity and ease. If you often struggle with distraction, visualize yourself focused and immersed in what truly matters. Notice how this feels in your body: the confidence, the energy, the pride, the feelings of accomplishment. See yourself celebrating this new choice, recognizing the power of breaking free from old patterns and creating new ones. Imagine the joy and satisfaction of taking control, of stepping closer to your aspirations. You're not just making a choice, you're creating a new way of being. Picture yourself reflecting on this shift at the end of the day. Imagine writing in your journal or simply taking a moment of gratitude to acknowledge your progress. Feel the warmth in your heart, the sense of accomplishment, and the growing belief in your ability to change. Now see yourself setting intentions for the next day, identifying the steps that will keep you on this empowered path. Envision yourself waking up ready to take those steps, moving forward with greater ease and certainty. Day by day, see this becoming second nature, your new default. You've rewired your mind to align with your goals, taking action, making empowered choices, and moving towards your dreams, as now this is as effortless as breathing. This is your new reality. One step, one choice, one pathway at a time. You've got this. Now allow yourself to open your eyes and come back to the room. And I would love to hear about what you saw and what your new choice was, what you shifted it to. Deep sleep and awakening to clarity. Nice. That's beautiful. Allowing myself to stand out. Oof, that's a huge one. Thank you. The need to acknowledge my weakness and taking action. Nice. That's amazing. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you guys sharing this. The struggle to visualize the new pattern. Oh, you struggle to visualize the new pattern. Okay. And this is a beautiful example of how having somebody guiding you and supporting you makes all the difference, because I'm here teaching you guys as a group, but doing the one-on-one work, we can bust you through that. So I really appreciate you voicing that, Andrew. Thank you. This mental exercise acts like a wake-up call for the brain. By visualizing this new response, you're beginning to disrupt the old neural pathways and creating space for new ones to form. Possibility, Travis, thank you. That's amazing. Take a moment to reflect on this new visualization and how it feels compared to your old pattern. You're actively replacing a limiting habit with more productive action, allowing myself to succeed. Mike, that's huge. Huge, huge, huge. A lot of people really are afraid of success and they hold themselves back because they're going to be seen, they're going to be recognized, they're going to be held accountable. There's responsibility. You have to show up for people now. It's a lot. So I completely and totally understand. I want to know who's going to take this and try doing this more after the masterclass, because you can take and listen to this in the replay. And this is something you could actually take and listen to anytime you want. Just take a little clip of the one section. You can do this anytime you want with anything that you're feeling stuck with. And once you visualize that, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between you doing it in a guided visualization and you doing something in reality. Professional athletes do guided visualizations all the time as a part of their training. It's very powerful and potent. You just experienced a powerful technique that can start disrupting old neural pathways and create new ones. This exercise is designed to give you a taste of what's possible, but it's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to transforming your mind and your professional life. The entire process takes the concept much further. It's a comprehensive journey that deeply explores rewiring your brain, creating a comprehensive journey that deeply explores rewiring the brain, creating lasting change, and establishing new, more effective neural pathways. Think of today's masterclass as the initial spark. The fundamental transformation happens when you commit to a more structured, in depth approach. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the I wills, I wills, I wills. I love it so much. Thank you. In this whole process, we go beyond the quick exercises to implement a complete framework that guides you through a systematic approach to cognitive empowerment. This includes personalized strategy for reprogramming your mind, ongoing support, and advanced techniques for sustaining new neural pathways. Imagine having access to a structured program designed